So I'd like to focus on Nachmanides' intro to this whole book, Mishneh Torah, to the book of Deuteronomy, Dvarim, because I really think it is simply outstanding. More than anything, also it teaches us that this is clearly an introduction that has been written after one reads the whole book, which says something about what we can deduct when we read a given Torah portion. And what we find time and again with Nachmanides is that it's not enough when we're trying to understand the simple meaning of the text to look at a specific Torah portion, but you really need the whole book, and in fact the whole 5 books of Moses and prophets, to really get a grasp of what's going on, because everything's connected for sure on the 5 books. So we know that this last book of Deuteronomy is kind of, Moses' last final speech, but it's fascinating what Nachmanides says, and there are 3 things he touches upon. He says the first thing you'll notice is that this book talks about commandments that are for the Israelites. It doesn't mention anything to do with the Kohenites, because they only need to be told once. Once they're told, everything to do with sacrificial work, with anything to do with the Kohenites, they're told once, they know what they need to do, and it's their profession. But Israelites is something different, especially when we talk about mitzvahs that are rarer, and there are things that that you do here and there. And this is one of the reasons why Nachmanides will note, and this is already the second thing, nothing in this book is new. Even commandments that we're told that only appear for the first time in Deuteronomy, Nachmanides notices that it will never say, like in previous books, and God said to Moses, tell the Israelites, or this is what's been commanded for the Israelites, because everything has already been given on Mount Sinai. Rather, Moses now is passing on everything to the generation that's going to go into the land, because you need to either explain certain things or give them a warning, right? You need to know, be careful, because there are pros and cons. And on that last note, and this is the way he ends his commentary, his intro, and it's fabulous, he says, there's a reason why Moses begins by talking about all the bad stuff we did. It's not in order to sort of put us in the corner, or put us on the spot, sorry. It's because there's a lesson to be taught here that God is merciful. Even though we kept messing up, God is merciful. And the big lesson here, and this is like, huge positive psychology, eat your heart out. Nachmanides says, part of the lesson Moses wants to teach us is, don't tell yourself, oh, I'm a bad person, I have no hope. No. There's always hope, because God's merciful. And that means that if you do things the wrong way, there's always a way of going back, because look at the Israelites. And that, right, despite everything you did, we're here, we're about to enter the land. So there's this sort of kind of positive note, there's the fear of not going with the commandments, fear of idolatry and other stuff, but it's this beautiful intro that gives us the prism through which we should be looking at this, reading this entire book. Thoughts on Dvarim? Shabbat Shalom.